Second quarter sales for industrial conglomerate 3M declined 3% to $8.7 billion. Adjusted earnings per share fell nearly 10% to $2.48, but still exceeded expectations. The company lowered its full-year guidance due to currency headwinds and macro uncertainty. However, the company announced its decision to spin off its healthcare business into a standalone company by the end of 2023. On that news, the stock rose, with 3M intending to retain a 19.9% stake in the new company. So, is 3M a buy? Let's take a look. .3M also announced that its subsidiary, Aero Technologies, has filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy proceedings to establish a trust with the aim of resolving all legal claims related to earplugs produced by the company. 3M stated that while it believes the earplugs are safe and effective when used properly, there will be increasing litigation. Regardless, Citigroup analyst Andrew Kaplowitz increased the price target for 3M stock from $136 to $145 per share. Further, the analyst believes that the second quarter results reflect continued execution by the company. The analyst also believes 3M is well placed to fight inflation through price hikes and cost discipline. Currently, the dividend is about 4.2%, but as usual, check the fundamentals. Okay, let's now take a look at our charts. And now we're looking at a 20-year monthly chart on 3M Company, and the symbol is MMM. And for disclosure purposes, I do not hold any shares of 3M at this time. However, I am looking at the company because of the dividend. Now, going back here to 2009 up to the current time frame, we have a decent uptrend from there. However, we did get as high as well over $250 a share. It came down, hit hard, bounced back up here, and then got reflected back down where it's going to hit hard again, and hopefully we'll have a W formation recovery into the future. Now, that is left to be said, but let's take a look at the oscillators. Into the volume, not going to show you too much, but here, the MACD, I think this is a very interesting formation with a top there in 2018. I'm not quite sure of the problem back then and why the stock fell all the way down to early 2020 other than the pandemic low here, but it did have a relatively decent rise up to this level here, but back down again. And you can see it's just barely trying to set a new bottom and base here near that -10. I hope it does bottom and base in this area. I think it will. Oftentimes, these sort of W formations hit once, come up, and that second time oftentimes is slightly higher or slightly lower, but tends to be relatively successful on the recovery. So watch for that. We're not quite there, but we are very, very close. Into the histogram, pretty much the same thing. You can see the W formation with that bottom there, and then the top here, and then the next bottom forming right here. So we've got a couple of months of improvement, so hopefully that will continue. There may be some headwinds in the future, and that may delay things, but continue to monitor those fundamentals as well. The price rate of change, pretty much the same thing. We do have a pretty good separation between the fast line here in black and the slow line, but I think some sawtoothing is going to take care of that here within the next month or two. Into the RSI, we are at a relatively weak 37.02 down here, but I think it's trying to climb back up. It's got a ways before it hits that 50 or midline or above, so I think you have time as well. Moving here into the stochastics, this does look very good. However, as you can see in previous recoveries, this took a while, This was, say several months or so. Again, here a couple of months. This was, say, 6 to 9 months. And then this was actually relatively sharp on the way up. So back here to the current time frame, I would say this is probably going to take perhaps a few months or so. So just continue to watch. Down into the Williams, you can see that there the bottom is being set, with the fast line moving on out of that oversold territory. So keep watching that. It's still a little bit weak. We want it to strengthen a bit more, and that will only take some time. Back up here to the price chart, one last look at that price chart, and you can see that W formation. It's trying to set its second bottom, and hopefully that will reflect on up and move off of this current base with some potential blue sky ahead. And for today, that's ChewDog Charts. Thank you.